we're gonna start here with everyone's formerly favorite female rapper. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe y'all got Eve higher. Nicki Minaj went to a Turning Point USA conference rally. That shit all look weird. Whatever the fuck they want to call that. And decided to, in the matter of 3 sentences, in some shit that I would have said was fake or AI like 5-6 years ago, because she, in the span of about 3 sentences, called the current president of the United States a handsome, called the current vice president of the United States an assassin, which was wild, and then proceeded to talk about the example that young men needed in society and how, I'll be real, after about 30-40 seconds listening to her, I'm not sure exactly else what was said post that, because I was over it pretty early on. you laughing? Well, how was what was first reaction when you?
No, I don't even know
watch
what she said.
Watch.
Let's start there. I seen how I knew Nicki, I don't know what she did, I don't know what she said, but how I knew she did some wild shit. I feel like I came on here and I've talked about my brother on here before, right?
Yeah.
Like my brother, that's my sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Why you?
No, it's Tony. Well, listen.
That's my fault. That's my bad. That's my fault.
So
that's the
I was scrolling. I don't know what I was. Maybe I was on Facebook. Yeah, I think I was on Facebook. So he tweeted some shit like, he said, "OMG Nicki, no." Like, "OMG Nicki, no." So I said, "Oh man." So that was like, and then I think I clicked on it because I'm like, he a bard or she a bard. So I clicked you can click the comments to see what the fuck the comments are. And I think somebody it was only one person who commented, but I was trying to get an understanding of what was going on because I didn't really go look for it. But somebody in the comments was like, "I can't believe she said that," and I was like, "What the fuck did she say?" But that's as far as I got. So I knew she did some wild shit. I just don't know what the fuck she did.
It might be. Is it the? I don't want to just say celebrity. I want to keep it in just hip hop or music. It would be the biggest quote unquote betrayal since Kanye, right? If Nicki went this direction the remainder of her career, Kanye's the one that I feel feels comparable as that level of celebrity, fame, artist, and it's you decided to basically throw all the shit you've accumulated, especially with somebody like Nicki, who just a large percentage of her fan base is LGBTQ+, right? So it's you not just going oh, I just got a regular nigga fan base, I'm gonna say whatever because it don't matter. She directly has a large part of her fan base and her standing in the world due to these people who she basically threw the middle finger to.
So you said what you mean when you said regular fan base? Clarify that for the people.
If you just got an average ass fan base, you just got niggas that listen to music. And I'm not even trying to be funny here. We know a large part of Nicki Minaj's fan base, again, is LGBTQ+. I'm not even trying to be funny about it. That is just a large part of her fan base. No different than if.
So you saying they're not
probably trans. I'm sorry?
Listen, I'm trying to get this Netflix deal.
That's why you can't do shit with niggas.
I need you to clean it up.
I want to ask. I don't live with the bar. Tony, I think you've called E a bar before, correct?
If you ask her now, she's reformed. If you ask her today.
Okay, so that's all I was going to ask. How did that come across for her as someone who was obviously more into that space, a bigger fan than the three of us per se?
Well, that'd be she could look at that shit and be like, okay, this shit is crazy. She not fucking with that shit at all. So it's a response of a regular human being type shit.
Correct.
But
a rational thinker.
You for sure see so many people trying to do a bunch of overthinking about what this is and what she's trying to do and everything like that. And it's just fine if that's what makes you comfortable. But shit like this is always funny because it's just like, bro, these people ain't did nothing but make songs, and like
That's
the impact of a song or album or however to someone's life, I for sure get, but like it it got to be in a real way, and I just don't know what Nicki's done in like a real way for people to have like that connection because she's never really like done anything to stand on shit for like the gay community or trans community. As far as like black people in general, like she ain't never really like did shit to like stand on shit for black people. So she'll come out and say shit when it's beneficial to her. But just in general, she ain't never really did nothing to like further causes or bring awareness to whatever it may be. So it's just always funny like how she's impacted so many people without doing much of anything. Like even you look at somebody like Kanye, it's like Kanye at a point in time spoke on a lot of shit and stood on a lot of shit for black people and things like that. Rather that was real or not, he did it. And a lot of people, it connected with a lot of people in a certain way. So you can understand people's like fan loyalty to Kanye. But like, the Nicki thing has always been funny to me because like outside of like being a great rapper, she's never really like done much.
No, I think that's totally valid. And to the Kanye point of like his subject matter, him standing next to Hov for so long, like it did feel different. Like that was genuinely like if you consider like fallouts musically, like niggas who do fucked up shit to make music, and it's like how should this fallout impact you? It's a lot of them are just okay. You making a great song, you making great records, cool. Kanye did feel different. Will, I'm curious. When Kanye went on his whatever you want to call that, when his shit was all breaking down, did that hit different in Chicago versus like I loved Kanye musically, right? Like we all did. Did that shit feel different in Chicago when he started going out and saying a bunch of crazy shit and moving with the red hat?
Fuck no. Like as fucked up as it is, and shout out to Kanye, but it's like the city was more in shambles about R. Kelly going to jail.
See, that's a Chicago thing. That's a.
I'm not even saying that to be funny though, but like it's like Kanye is from like Chicago, but he may just not be viewed as like the typical like Chicago nigga. Like R. Kelly was like a Chicago nigga.
No, that's fair. And I do want to separate because I do think it deserves it. Is like
I
do
Lupe
view
came
obviously.
Out and said some wild shit.
You said what?
I said that's like if Lupe was to come out and say some wild shit, like even though of course he ain't as big as Kanye, but I'm just saying like the city wouldn't be in shambles and no shit like that. Like that, be like whatever.
Okay, that makes sense. I always forget Lupe's from Chicago. Like I just don't I don't associate him with Chicago, so I'm like, it's like what the fuck Lupe got to do with it? I thought you was just cracking.
That's why like really like a lot of people from Chicago don't associate Kanye West from Chicago.
No, that's fair. And I do want to separate because I do think it deserves. I'm not really trying to shoot Nicki any bail. There is a difference in what dude did versus what Nicki did. Nicki is saying some wild and stupid shit. He did some very highly illegal and heinous activity. So I do want to make sure like that is a separated cause. Do y'all think the nigga from Chicago? Like I want to separate. I want to separate what he did versus what Nicki did. Kanye, yeah, Kanye is a lot of just he's saying some odd shit. So that's more similar.
Oh, I wouldn't compare what they did. I was just kind of answering the question around like what.
No, I agree. I don't think you were. No, yeah, I don't think you were. Just like if somebody hears this and it's like, wait a minute, like this nigga was doing this, that, and the third. I'm like, I'm not putting that on Nicki's name, despite who she married. Do y'all think, like in general, and Tony, you kind of alluded to it, do we just give niggas who make songs like too much? Like, do we just give them too big of a space in terms of like I remember when the Tory shit was going down, and actually I thought of your tweet, which was, and again, he did something different, but the tweet was funny because you were just like, Tory don't even make good enough music for y'all to feel like this. And I laughed and I was just like, because everybody was going crazy for him and they were trying to sit there and use that as like ammo for him or against him. Do you feel like we just give niggas who make songs too much of a space, like in our head or in our society? Like when somebody like Nicki says some dumb shit like this, do we make it a bigger deal?
society in general gives like entertainers like too much leeway to do stupid shit and like act like it's okay. Especially black people for whatever reason. But it's like it's just been that way forever. Like before we were born, it was that way.
Yeah.
It's not like this started like in our generation and shit like that. Like this is something that's been going on since the beginning of time. When you talk about like fame, a lot of like anybody that know anything about Sam Cooke and like how Sam Cooke died and things like that, like this has been the thing that's been happening as far as you either believe or don't believe these situations. So it's just like you can't really explain why. Like people's obsession with fame obviously is like the reason, but why is always like musician focused in the way that it is, like nobody ever really know.
I think part of it though is because of the fact that like because you like what somebody rap about, you think number one, maybe you think they either really feel that way
That's
because they
true.
rapped about it, which they all lie in their raps,
That's a fact.
raps, songs, whatever it is. But number two, like they hold some type of like I don't know why they internalize like celebrities the way they do or personalize them and make them feel like
I mean, if you want to be a part of one of the coolest, most unique communities, don't forget to like and subscribe.